Assalamualaikum and good day to Madam Shamalia and everyone watching. Today, our group will be presenting our project proposal for the subject EVA512. First and foremost, we would like to thank Madam Shamalia and our fellow classmates for your guidance and help throughout the time of completing this proposal. We appreciate and thankful for all of you. Before we begin our presentation, allow me to introduce my team members and myself. First of all, my name is Hani Najla binti Yusuf. Next, the members are Azian Zeti Akhtar binti Muhammad Nurian, Nurhanisa binti Khalid, Redania Atirah binti Azmi, Jaslinda Sicily Dwali, and last but not least, Muhammad Badrul Amin bin Abdul Ishaq. To begin our presentation, I will briefly explain the contents of our project proposal. Our project proposal consists of 7 sections, which are the introduction of our company, our project objective, management section, technical section, cost section, risk analysis, as well as control system.
First, our official register name is Sorento BCS Bhd. Our company was established in 1993 and we began operating on 18 November 1996, which is founded by Madam Bella Sorento while she was still a PhD student of biology consulting at Stanford University in California. Our company is a well-established microbiological research and experimental facility that incorporates many teams of scientists, which is our laboratory specialized in analyzing environmental samples for pathogenic contaminants that are not normally tested by other laboratories. The vision of our company is to transform the build of the environment and give eco-friendly character and expression to the community, while the mission is to provide our customer with valued construction solution using our expertise in microbiological analysis. Next, we talk about the competitors in the marketplace, where Megah Biological Holdings Sorento Bhd is our biggest competitor. However, we have strength that they do not have. First, regarding our product. It is always the first choice among the customer because it is more sustainable and eco-friendly, while it is affordable prices which are considerably cheaper with high quality as compared to other companies. Not only that, our prices are also negotiable in order for customers to enjoy our product and services. Moreover, our specialty is we always receive very satisfied feedback from the customers upon our service, where there is no delay in our service and we always commit to our planning schedule. As now there is no longer MCO restricted for the whole country, surely we can complete the project on time. Additionally, our reputation can be proven in adhering to strict laboratory standards, including those formulated for unique samples and analytical requirements. Our next capabilities is on our online communication, where our customer service department always give their best in order to meet customer satisfaction. Additionally, we are on service in ensuring all the problems and questions from the stakeholder and customers are solved and answered promptly. Last but not least, customer can put their whole confidence because our excellent reputation. Because our company has achieved good result when it has received multiple awards such as 2020 Bio Impact Award, and not only that, our company also ranked #1 on Consulting Magazine Best Biological Consulting Services.
Next, I will explain the objectives of our project. Our main objective is to create an open space towards reducing fire hazards while also keeping the uniqueness that the open space had towards the community. We will also be pertaining under the specifications of the Department of Environmental and Rules, as well as the regulations of Environmental Quality Act 1974. Besides that, financial insurance will be provided if there is any unexpected event happen to ensure the safety of the workers. Next is the management section. Firstly, I will explain the description of work tasks. The duty of a management team is to supervise and oversee all activities that is related to conserving and preserving the environment. The management team is filled with people that have passion, expertise, and training. Therefore, they have a significant role in the project. Aside from that, associations, non-governmental agencies, and public authorities are used as a platform under the management team to spread and encourage people about environmental awareness. And it is also a mechanism for our company to keep growing. They also help us in attracting new clients for our consultation services, whether it be locally or internationally. Next is the deliverables. Our project is working to establish sustainability and improve the quality of life for the society by implementing a long-term program which uses eco-friendly products that are helpful in improving the environment and reducing negative ecological footprints. Our services are also beneficial for the environment as it will encourage our clients in practicing good and ethical behavior for the environment. After that is the project schedule. The project will begin on the 1st September of 2022 and it will end on the 31st of August of 2024. The duration of the project is predicted to last for approximately 4 years. Next, I will be discussing about the project organization. First, the administration. The head of the administration department is Nurhanisa binti Khalid. She is responsible in gathering customers' reports, dealing with the employees, as well as insurance for customers. Rental buildings, equipment, and tools are also her responsibilities. After that is technical. Peter is the leader for the technical department. He is responsible for spreading words about our consulting services by distributing pamphlets, banners, websites, and things like that. He will also assign employees to do that and are in charge for reservations and orders placed by the customers. Next is operational. As for the operational department, Khalid is the leader. He is in charge in building strong morale and keep up work performance among the employees. He will also provide transportation depending on the requirements of the program. For example, if there are more than 10 people attending the program, he will provide a bus as a form of transportation for the employee. Following to that is the financial. For this, Norin is the head of the financial department. She is responsible for the estimation of expenses for every event that was held or will be held. She is also in charge of the company's utilities, bills, quotes, as well as payments from the customers, plus the payment for reservations of our services and the cash flow for our company is also her responsibilities. Lastly is the human resources. Shafika is the head of the human resources department. She is responsible in recruiting and hiring new employees for the company. She also provides training that is appropriate for the employees, especially in terms of consultation. Shafika is in charge of all kinds of compensation towards the employees.
Biological consulting service has a problem which is the unpredictability in the marketplace. This is because the consulting market is growing rapidly from relying primarily on interpersonal relationships to developing new businesses to wide open online field. Hence, the more consulting markets open online, the more competitors will be. Furthermore, the system of promoting the biological consulting service is also not helping in introducing the service. People are less likely to understand the term of the consulting services. So, the approach by Sorento BCS Bhd is to promote biological consulting service through all channels, such as website. And they are responsible for creating websites with interesting graphics so that people will enjoy visiting the website. In addition, Sorento BCS Bhd will also enhance the understanding of the basic knowledge regarding to the biological consulting service, especially to the public. Therefore, by providing knowledge regarding the service, this will create an awareness for the public that this service are necessary. Moreover, Sorento BCS Bhd will publicize the service through media platforms. They will be publicized through Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. This is because everyone has their own media social, so it is easy for them to get in touch with Sorento BCS Bhd. Through media socials, people also easily get the information regarding to biological consulting service.
Next, to achieve the project successfully, it is must first to plan and have track maintenance. In the planning phase, has listed the estimation duration so that the project has an excellent timeline which is within 2 years starting on September 1st, 2020 until August 31st, 2024. By that, within this planning timeline, it already listed tasks to be done by the person in charge. Therefore, by having this planning document, the project will go smoothly and risks also can be recognized and action can be taken immediately in ensuring the project achieve the objective successfully. It is necessary to have a good communication between the stakeholders in order to fulfill their needs accordingly with the budget, resources, time and limitation. This is because if there is any misinformation between the project manager and stakeholder, the project might not be fulfill the RFP. By that, there will be a meeting a few times to discuss the needs of the customer. Hence, the company reputation will be increased and highly recommended from the customers. Next, the technical section that is critical significant is budgeting and budget calculation. There are many benefits of monitoring budget which ensure the project of biological consulting service is not over the budget as the allocated budget of 100,000. Hence, it shows that in monitoring budget in project management will help in preventing spending on unneeded costs and the allocation budget costs align with the planned budget, and the project of biological consulting service by Sorento BCS will succeed excellently.
Cost section. The Sorento BCS Bhd will clarify the overall cost that we need in order to implement all of our program toward the government. The cost was divided into 3 groups, which is labor, equipment and facilities, and overhead costs. The first budget in the cost section is labor. Under labor, there are CEO, human resource manager, general manager, interior design specialist, and workers. The overall cost for labor is 1.756 million. Our company divided the salary differently regarding the level of management in our company. For the CEO of our company, his salary is 4,700 per month because he is the one who will be responsible to make sure all of the program that we plan are successful. Moreover, the other 3 high-level officers in our company share the same amount of the salary, which is 3,500. This is because they are important in order to implement all of the planned program. For our company workers, they will get their salary equally, which is 2,000 for every month. The second group for our budget is the equipment and facilities. In this group, there are 3 sections which are the seminar training program, equipment and material. For the seminar program, we have run 1 hall in order to do our seminar program efficiently. We also buy several equipment such as chairs and tables to influence our program. For the equipment, most of our expenses are to buy office equipment such as projector, screen projector, trash container, printer, and the file cabinet. For the material, we use money in order to buy printer ink, A4 paper, stationery, chair, and desk for the office. The third group of our budget in the cost section is overhead costs. For this project, we need to have a variety of overhead costs in order to implement all of the programs successfully. For example, our company needs to take insurance as a precautionary measure in order to do our program. Moreover, all of the implementation of our program need documentation in order to record all of the activity and costs while doing the project or program.
Next is our cost section, and the total of our labor cost is 1,756,800 ringgit. Next is for the total of our equipment and facilities is 90,071 ringgit. For our overhead cost, the total is 100,000. So for our total overall cost is 1,875,871 ringgit. So for our total of project profit, after we calculate, we got negative 875,871 ringgit. So we are over budget to pay the worker.
Risk analysis is known as the process of determining the possibility of an undesirable event occurring within the business, governmental or environmental sector. Risk analysis is known as a study of the underlying uncertainties of a given course of action, and it's referred to the uncertainty of projected cash flow streams, the variation of portfolio or market return, the probability of project success or failure, and potential future economic state. Risk can come from both internal and external sources. External risk will be those over which management has no direct control, such as political factors, currency exchange, and interest rates. Internal risks involve non-compliance and data breach, among other things. Risk analysis is crucial in organization because otherwise a company cannot establish its long-term goals. If a corporation specifies its objectives without considering the risks, it is likely that it will lose focus whenever the hazard becomes a reality.
First is risk identification. This is simply a brainstorming exercise and method for identifying any potential dangers to the project. Brainstorming may be done in any method that works best for organization, but make sure to start with a clear issue description. Encourage piggybacking to take one concept in a different direction, and push for out-of-the-box solution that address the issue statement. St. Smith CMC 2002. Historic knowledge from previous projects can also be useful in spotting potential risks.
A risk assessment is a method for finding, analyzing, and controlling hazard and risk in a methodical manner. It is carried out by a competent person to establish which measures are in place or should be to eliminate or control risk in the workplace in any possible situation. The goal of the risk assessment process is to evaluate risks, then eliminate or reduce the risk by implementing control measures as needed, and also are designed to identify all potential dangers in the workplace and then develop countermeasures to safeguard employees, co-workers, and customer from this hazard. This risk analysis can predict negative event risks that may damage the project or part of it in advance. So a project manager or team who is an expert and knowledge about this very easy to evaluate, ranking or prioritizing hazard which is low, medium, and high. The hazard can then be prioritized based on their chance of occurrence and magnitude of impact. Those with a high probability of occurrence and high degree of impact should be prioritized by the giving greater weight to risk with a low probability of occurrence and high probability of occurrence with a low level of influence. Unpredictable circumstances such as severe weather are example. It is rain on the days parade. These risks must be prioritized by the publication of the multi-million strategy so that the process can be appropriately implemented.
Next is response planning. Risk response planning is the process of identifying options and choosing action to improve chances and eliminate risks to the project scope. This procedure guarantees that the hazard of risks that have been identified are adequately addressed. Additionally, there are a variety of risk mitigation measures available such as avoidance, transfers, mitigation, and acceptance. For example, we take a look on a risk avoidance where it is the process of altering the project plan in order to remove the impact of risk or circumstances. This is because management teams somehow not be able to prevent all the risk occurrence. Next example is transference. It can be said that the goal of risk transfer is to transfer the risk consequence to a third party. We're usually transferring risk responsibility on financial risk.
Next is risk monitoring. Risk monitoring is an important part of the overall risk management procedure. This approach will provide critical information to teams working on various risk management activities throughout the cycle as well as high-level executives in tracking progress. The process of tracking and evaluating the level of risk in an organization is known as risk monitoring. The result of risk monitoring system can be utilized to assist develop new strategies and update current ones that have proven unproductive. Defining project goals and creating a conceptual framework that incorporates inputs, action, output, and results should always be the foundation on the monitoring plan. Each team member is responsible for frequently monitoring and evaluating all hazards that may develop throughout the event. This is because a serious scenario may emerge necessitating immediate care.
Next, I will be talking about the risk assessment metrics. The first risk is natural disasters, for example, floods. The impacts for this risk is destruction of property and equipment, loss of financial resources, employee injury or illnesses, and delay in project. As for the likelihood for the risk to happen is very high, especially in Malaysia's weather conditions. As for the degree of impact for this risk is also high as it affects the company's resources. The action trigger for natural disasters risk is caused by natural, man-made, or even technological hazards. For example, deforestation and logging can eventually lead to flash floods. For the person in charge to attend to this risk is Peter, and his response plan would be developing an in-depth plan for backup resources and suppliers. Next risk is low performance. The impacts are damage in reputation of the company, project cost overruns, project schedule is delayed, and demotivation of the project team. The likelihood for this to happen is low, however, the impact of this risk is quite minimum. The action trigger for low performance is lack of training provided or excessive absenteeism, which is caused by their lack of discipline and integrity. The person who is responsible in dealing with this risk is Karina. The way she responds to this, she is obligated to conduct a meeting with the employees that are having troubles, and she could then implement a continuous follow-up mechanism in order to keep up with the employees' behavior. Lastly, sudden operational changes is also a risk for the project. The impact of this project might involve additional costs and even delay in project. The likelihood for this to happen is minimum. However, the degree of impact is quite low. The trigger of action of this risk is from clients who requested for changes in the last minute, and the person who is in charge of this risk is Hakimi, where he would conduct a meeting with the project team to discuss of the client's requests and take corrective actions as soon as possible.
Next is project control. Project control is a procedure for acquiring and analyzing data about a project in order to keep costs and timelines on track. Project controls are responsible for initiating, planning, monitoring, and managing projects, as well as communicating and closing out project expense and schedules. Project controls, in the end, are interactive method for assessing project status, anticipating expected results based on those measurements, and then changing project performance if the project consequences are unacceptable. The project is known as Biological Consulting Service. For the purpose of the project control system starts with formulating the baseline plan, which includes the project scope that is targeted to be completed within the allocated time frame, as well as according to the budget allocation. This project will be conducted in 2 years, which will begin on 1 September 2022, and the end date of the project is on 31st August 2024. The budget in order to successfully implement the project as given, which is 1 million ringgit. However, they will offer a 8% discount on this project, which will cost about 920,000 ringgit only.
After the baseline plan is complete in detail and has been communicated clearly among the team project, they will be able to finally carry out the project according to the scheduled plan. Every members will act accordingly to the roles that has been assigned by the project manager. The project for biological consultancy services has a total of 30 members, including the manager of the project. They will be in charge of the project while carrying out their own tasks that has been delegated to them. These people are known as the key person for the project to be successful, and therefore they play a huge part in this project. The main project tasks are in this order: conference, design, technical, assessment, monitoring, and closeout. It is very crucial to observe and monitor the progress of the project while it is being carried out to ensure that it is running smoothly and according to the scheduled plan, and therefore there is no delay in the project.
In project management, reporting simply refers to delivery and high-level overview of the key data generated by the project in straightforward, easy to understand style. Project reporting is critical to project management success because it gives the entire team window into what's going on and what they can do about it. Simpler and smarter project reporting is made possible by project management software with reporting functionalities. Therefore, processes and report outcome are reviewed and merged into performance report throughout the performance reporting phase. Parameters are usually presented in tabular or graphical format, which might be text-based, visual-based, such as chart, graph, or tables, or a combination of the two. Project reporting satisfies the requirement for information in the project management processes, allowing data to be sent from what is generated to where it is analyzed and implemented.
Additionally, the use of proper control system of project management is critical to achieve the success of a project. It is crucial for project managers to create a specific, clear and organizable project plan which may be accomplished through effective control approaches, where I will discuss several elements of a project management system. First is project estimating. This is the first element in the project management process, which is during this phase, project managers need to produce an accurate estimation of the project requirement. For instance, in the project, estimation will be run from September 1st, 2022 until August 31st, 2024, which is the estimated duration is 2 years. Other than that is project budgeting, where it is the phase that need and actively participated from the stakeholder, because this phase addresses the cost that will be required during project implementation. It is very critical that project managers to generate an accurate estimation and always communicate with the stakeholders about the project financial requirements so that the project will not go over budget.
The next control system is Quality Assurance Checklist. Quality Assurance QA Checklist, also known as a catalog list of the essential not to be missed item linked to a project process type, research technique, and kind of good, is a catalog list of the crucial items. To guarantee that problems are accurately prioritized and logged in, the manager will need to work around the QA procedure. Each product on the list must have a team member associated with it. Next is Risk Register. This software is used to capture and manage hazards. Risk, assumption, challenges, and dependency will all be recorded in the management document. This tool is very useful for the project since it covers equipment and material.
Finally, we can conclude that the primary aim of the project control system will be directly measure the important progress that has been made by making frequent comparison with projected progress. This is to ensure that any corrective action is taken as soon as possible as necessary. And in another word, this project control system seems to be a continuous process of running throughout the duration of the project. As a result, if somehow the monitoring and reporting period is shorter, it will be easier to recognize any potential problems on the early age, so that the corrective action can be made to prevent the inaccuracy on the regular basis. As an outcome, the monitoring and reporting period for the entire project will be reviewed on a weekly basis to guarantee the project can be completed smoothly and correctly.
WBS is a key project deliverable that compresses the cooperation into reasonable areas. The work breakdown structure outwardly characterizes the degree into reasonable pieces that the venture group can comprehend, as is a level of the work breakdown structure gives advanced definition and detail. A simple approach to consider a work breakdown structure is as a blueprint or guide of the particular venture. A work breakdown structure begins with the task as the best level deliverable, and is additionally distributed into sub-explanation, utilization, the accompanying layout, packaging order. The project committee makes the task work WBS by recognizing the major particle expectation and subdividing those expectations into the little framework and sub-expectations. These sub-expectations are additionally distributed until the point when solidarity individual can be relegated. At this level, the particular work about those required to create the sub-deliverable are recognized and assembled together, and we choose biological consulting services. Firstly, we have SIF mother tasks, or in level 1, which is 1.0 is conferences, 2.0 is design, followed by 3.0 is technical, and 4.0 is assessment, 5.0 is monitoring, and lastly 6.0 is close-up. 1.0 conferences is in charge by Adriana. In level 2, we have meeting, and level 3 as a being placed 13 chapter. For 2.0, design is as a mother task, where the person in charge is Luis. Level 2 is the design, draw up, licensing, application, project insurance, and licensing approval, and ban loan approval. In level 3 are the child tasks. Under this mother task have 28 items overall. Next, for 3.0, technical is as a mother task where a person in charge is bidder. Level 3 is a technical offer for submission and evaluation, technical equipment order, site preparation, technical equipment delivery, and installation. In level 3, it has occurred at a total of 33 items under the technical. Colleague is as a person in charge under the assessment in this project, which is 4.0. Human resource, communication, presentation, health and safety, and also review. There's the level 2 and followed by the level 3, which has been provided 28 items, or we call it as a child task. Besides, 5MO monitoring as a mother task, and Karina as a person in charge, inspection, maintenance, compliance, evaluation, observation, and lastly is the risk management as in level 2, while level 3 under this mother task has 24 child tasks. Last but not least, we have 6.0, which is close up. Koyum is responsible as a person in charge in this mother task. In level 2, the list is audit procurement, document lesson learned, update file or records, archive document, report, and project termination. This is provide 14 child tasks in level 3. So overall, in our project, we have provide 113 child tasks.